Today is a great episode because I'm going to be teaching you all the things that you need to know if you're going to be setting up an LLC in 2024. What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Tax-Free Living. I'm your host, Carter Cofield, and my job is simple. I want to teach you how to live tax-free so that you can become financially free. Right? For all my current business owners that want to set up new businesses, or all my starting out entrepreneurs that want to set up their first business, these are some things that you must know if you're going to be setting up your LLC in 2024. Okay? But before we get into today's episode, guys, hit that subscribe button. I think we're at 35,000 subs. And I just want to thank each and every single one of you all. To be able to get in front of, 35,000 people on a regular basis is, I don't take that for granted. We don't take that for granted at Melanin Money. And our job is to help you become that first generation millionaire in your family through education and information. Okay, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's get into today's episode. So there are a few things I want to go over that I think are going to be vital, right? If you're going to be setting up an LLC in 2024. The first thing I want to address is the new requirement for all LLC owners, which is the BOI report, the Beneficial Ownership Information Reporting requirement that everybody who has an LLC will be required to submit. Now, if you haven't seen it already, I did another episode on this topic, solely this topic. It has over 250,000 views. So if you haven't seen that yet, I will pause this video, go watch that video, and then come back, because understanding how to properly file this report is going to be essential for all business owners, especially in 2024 and beyond. And if you set up an LLC in 2024, you have 90 days to submit this report, okay? If you don't submit this report within 90 days, the penalty is $500 a day up to $10,000. And guess what? If you don't want to pay the $10,000, it's cool. The alternative is 2 years in jail. You pick your poison, right? So if you're gonna be setting up an LLC in 2024, make sure you understand the BOI report system. Now, the second thing I wanna talk about is when forming an LLC, one of the most important questions that you have to answer is, will your business be member managed or manager managed, right? The answer to this question is gonna depend on your specific situation. And answering this question wrong could cost you and your business a lot of money in the future. So let's discuss the difference, and then we'll discuss what is best for you. Okay. So first thing I want to talk about is a member managed LLC. Okay. So forming a member managed LLC is pretty much the default that most people default to when they set up their LLC. What does a member managed LLC mean? That means the members of the LLCs, the members of the LLC are going to be the one making all managerial decisions, right? So if you have a LLC with, let's say, 3 members, right? All three of you all will have to come together to agree on all the major decisions within the business, right? Which could be a good thing because you get everybody's insight on all major decisions before you make them. Contrary, if y'all don't agree on something, then it could take longer to get that decision pushed across the finish line, right? So a member managed LLC is when every single member has the authority and the right to help to give insight on managerial decisions. Okay, so that's the summary of what a member managed LLC looks like. What about a manager managed LLC? So a manager managed LLC is when you either pick one of the members to be the manager, and therefore that member makes all of the managerial decisions, right? Or you could bring in an outside manager who isn't a owner of the company and put him as the manager, him or her as the manager to make all managerial decisions, right? So with the member managed LLC, it could be somebody in the business. It could be somebody that's a member of the business, meaning they have ownership in the LLC, or it could be somebody from outside who doesn't have any ownership in the company, but is hired strictly to make managerial decisions. Okay? So now that you understand what a member managed LLC versus a manager managed LLC, the question that I'm sure all of you all have is, Carter, okay, I got it, but which of these is best for me, right? Which of these is best for me? And the answer to that question is, I don't know, because I don't know your specific situation. But what I can do is I can give you the pros and cons of each so you could be able to make an educated decision on your own, all right? So let's talk about the pros and cons of each, all right? So in the end, deciding between the two structures depends on a variety of factors. So let's go over the pros and cons. Okay, so let's start with the member managed LLC. The pros is that all members have a say over management and the managerial decisions. So the good thing is, it's a collaborative effort. All the members feel like it's fair because they all can have input on major decisions for the business, right? That's a pro, depending on who you work with, right? And number two, it's a less complicated structure, especially for new or small business owners, right? If you only have you and a friend, or it's just you, then member managed could be the way to go because it's simple and y'all get to collaborate on all managerial decisions. Let's talk about the cons, okay? The cons is that managing a business could be a full-time decision, or could be a full-time job. It could take away from you doing other things. So if you have to make all the management decisions and all the marketing decisions and all the sales decisions and all the HR decisions, it could be really hard on the owner of the business. And it could take him away from his primary responsibilities inside of that business. So like being a business owner, being a manager of a business is already a full-time job. But if you have to do other things, it could potentially take away. So that's one con. Here's the second con, which is a major con, if you ask me. Lack of privacy, because everyone will know who the owner is. Okay? So when you decide to be a member managed LLC, that information is open to the public. So anybody can see who the owner of a member managed LLC is, giving you massive lack of privacy. Let's talk about the pros and cons for manager managed LLCs, okay? Here's a pro. Investors can easily passively invest. So if I'm an owner of the LLC and it's manager managed, I can just be a passive investor in the LLC. I don't got to make any decisions. You don't got to call me about nothing. I can passively invest, and I can trust that we have a manager in place to make the best decisions for the company, which is the best decision for my investment money, right? So that's the major pro for manager managed LLC. Another pro is enhanced privacy. For a manager managed LLC, you do not have to disclose the members, but you do have to disclose the manager. But the manager does not have to be a member of the company. So let me give you an example. If I own an LLC and I hire an outside manager, that their name is going to be on the LLC. So when somebody's coming to try to sue Carter Cofield, they're looking for what I own. They're not going to see that I'm the owner of that company because it's a manager managed LLC and the manager's name is on the company, not mine, right? This is also strategic because another business can be the manager of that LLC. When you do a member managed LLC, you're automatically telling people who the owner is, which can leave you open for litigation. With the manager managed LLC, that is not the case. You have more privacy. You have more privacy when you have a manager managed LLC versus a member managed LLC, right? So that is one thing I want you all to be extremely cognizant of when you're going into your LLC in 2024. With, like, I know it doesn't seem like a big deal now, but privacy is everything. First, you want to get the bag. Then you want to keep the bag, meaning of us hide it from taxes, but then you want to protect the bag, right? Which is making sure that your privacy is in place so people don't come after you trying to sue you for no reason. People are crazy, okay? But that's the difference, and that's the two things I need you all to understand. We're starting an LLC in 2024. Make sure you understand the BOI requirements for the new beneficial ownership information report. Also, make sure you understand the difference between manager managed and member managed LLCs. Comment below which LLC type that you're going to start in 2024. And I'll see you all on the next video. Peace out.